other learners or other people who are on the program. So members, you really need to, and another thing also, you make sure that you, once you want to communicate, you either communicate through the chat, and then we can always read those communications in the chat. So if you really want to enjoy the lesson, let's try to be understanding people. At the moment, I think the second highest class in primary is primary 5. Primary 7, they have completed. We only have primary 6 on top of us. So we need to be exemplary. We need to show these P4, P1, P2 that for us, we are responsible people. We don't make noise. So that is, I really, really request from you learners who are going to learn online. Then another thing I have observed in other classes, which may be also the same to you learners. Let's see, how are we going to use the chat room? What are we going to be posting on the chat room? At this time, yes, you are just joining and you are greeting people like Joshua, Luhum, you are greeting, that is okay. So once the lesson starts, once we begin the lesson, then you whatever you are going to put in the chat, whatever you are going to write, you make sure that you just type maybe the answer, you just type maybe the question, you communicate to the teacher that, teacher, first go back a bit, I didn't understand that part. Teacher, this is the answer in the chat, in case you cannot what? Because there may be very many people who are going to, be putting up their hands. So you just make sure you put your answers in the chat. Let's use the chats well. Let's not use it to communicate to our friend. Assist me with your number. Assist me with this. Assist me with this. So let us not do that. Okay, there is a highway, please. And also, once you come in, make sure that you you rename your gadget. Make sure you rename your gadget so that we can call you by name, so that we avoid calling you by the name of your phone. For example, there is this one over, is it Highway Y7A? You are putting up your hand, but we cannot really identify who you are, and it is hard sometimes to call you by the name of your phone. So try to rename yourself. Yes, Eric, I think I've already made you a co-host, unless you have another one, another gadget, but I think you can see it. Eric, are you able to see?
Yes, it's okay.
Yes, okay, thank you. So so learners, that is basically what we are going to be going through. So I personally, I don't want to restrict you from putting up your hands. I don't want to restrict you from talking. But once we say, okay, let's unmute by ourselves, let's mute by ourselves, and you are not doing that, then we can close you and you just listen from one side. And that's not how a class is supposed to be. A class is supposed to be an interactive class. We are supposed to interact with one another, more so in mathematics. I don't want to do mathematics. I'm not having chalkboard here. So I need to have learners who are going to be helping me doing some of the numbers. I personally, I can put only one example, and then the rest of the example should be done by learners. So that is the best way for us to learn on this program. Okay, so having listened to that, I hope people are going to follow what I've been saying, having listened to what I have mentioned. So Before I welcome someone to pray for us, I just want to remind you once again that you are welcome to e-learning program organized by Christian Schools Honors Association Uganda. We majorly cater for all levels and classes. If you can see that we have from right away from nursery up to senior 5. So all these classes are in this program and they are learning. So this program is sponsored by Edify Uganda and is implemented by ETAO. ETAO is ICT Teachers Association of Uganda. This is the technical part that that they are helping the Edify to implement this program. So we give thanks to all these organizations coming on board to reach you children wherever you are. And you see that the program is free of charge. None of you is paying. You just need to know the code of your answer. You log in, you enter, you start learning. So this is primary 5 class. We are going to be learning mathematics. My name is Teacher Tony. Today is Friday, 30th July 2021. Yes. So in that brief introduction, let me now request someone to pray for us, to just give us our opening prayer, and then we, okay, Juliet, you can unmute and lead us into the opening prayer. Juliet. Yes, Juliet, unmute and lead us into the opening prayer.
Dear God, we thank you. Dear God, we thank you for the life for today and bless us in class that we have attended. Bless Teacher Tonny for today. And give us wisdom to need.
Okay, amen. Thank you, Juliet, for praying. I think network has been disturbing you, but otherwise, thank you so much for that wonderful prayer, Juliet. Nakazi, thank you. May God bless you. Okay, so now let's start by maybe reminding ourselves. This is, as I told you, this is primary 5. We are going to learn mathematics. What did we learn last week? I understand we have already met in this class and we have learned something already in mathematics primary 5. So what did we learn last time? So I want to request a child to unmute and tell us what we learned last time. Yes, let me get someone here to help us and remind us. Isaiah, you can unmute and tell us what we learned last time. Yes, Isaiah.
Money.
Okay, very good. So we talked about money. We talked about money last time when we met. Our topic is money. That is basically what we learned. So, and at the beginning, I told you that the topic money is almost in every class, but the level keep on changing. If when we're in primary 4, we are learning how to add money. Primary 3, we also learned about money. Then primary 5, we are learning about money. Even when you reach primary 6, you are going to learn about money. So don't be worried that, sir, I learned that in P4, I learned that in P5. people who design this content for you to learn, they understand better that this is something which is done in everyday life situation. So that's why they want you to keep on learning such that you understand money, because we use it every day. So thank you, Isaiah, for reminding us that we learned about money. So what did we say money is? What is money? Oh, some of you are posting chats very fast. Yes, Esther said money is the medium of exchange of goods and services. So Esther has already defined for us in the chat. So thank you so much, Esther, for defining that word money, that money is the medium of exchange of goods and services. So that is basically what we define the money, that if you have money, you can go and exchange it with the goods that you want. If you have money, you can go and buy maybe sugar. If you have money, you can go and buy charcoal. If you have money, you can go and buy beans and you come and cook. Anything. How about services? If you have money, you can get any service that you want. For example, if you have money, you can go and study. You go to any school that you want. You go and study in different schools that you are studying. You find that you are paying money if the school asked for money. So at school there, you are getting the service called education. Then if someone is sick, someone is taken to the hospital and get the health services, get the treatment. So you can see that you exchange money with the services that someone is offering to you. That is what money is. So under that, we looked at the simple rate. Under that, we looked at the simple rate. We said that if I'm going to buy something and they tell me the cost, for example, let me try to see whether I can just give a brief examples on what we looked at last time. For example, this is what we studied. They can say, let me use Ahona, they can say Ahona bought. Okay, Ahona bought 1 kilogram of sugar. Ahona bought 1 kilogram of sugar at how much? These days, I think they're selling sugar at 3,000 shilling. Ahona bought a kilogram of sugar at 3,000 shilling. Yes. How much? How much can one buy? How much can one buy 3 kilograms of sugar at the same rate? 3 kilograms of sugar at the same rate. So this same rate means if Ahona bought his 1 kilogram at 3,000, then someone wants to go and buy 3 kilograms, but they will tell that person that our rate is 1 kilogram equals to 3,000. So how much money will this person pay for 3 kilograms of what? Of sugar. This is what we looked at. This is what we are talking about, the simple rate. This is what I'm saying by simple rate. Rate of buying and selling. This is basically what we looked at last time. So I just want you people to give me some of the answers for that answer. I want someone to give me, okay, I've seen, yes, Technopop has got the answer. But how about these ones who are putting up their hands? What answer can we get in that? And that is what we looked at last time. Yes. Where are they? Where are they? Oh, some people down here, they don't want to. Yes, Leticia, what can we get? You can unmute and tell us, Leticia. Okay, Leticia, you unmute and tell us. Yes. How much money can we get? Can someone buy, if I want to buy 3 kilograms of sugar at the same rate, Letisa? Yes, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Letisa. Oh, Letisa does not want to talk. 9,000 shilling. Very good. How did you get 9,000 shilling, Letisa? 5,000. Okay, Tristan.
9,000.
Tristan, what are you saying?
9,000 shillings.
Yes, how did you get 9,000 shilling? Can you try to explain to us how you got? By multiplying. Very good. So that day we said that if, okay. So that day we said that if someone is saying 1 kilogram, can we now follow this? Because you have told me 9,000, you told me 9,000, and I want to see whether we can have 9,000. So someone said, okay, 1 kilogram is equivalent to 3,000 shilling. Remember, when you're talking about money, don't forget to write that unit for shilling. Because if you don't write this unit for shilling, then you are not talking about money. We can refer that one to a different unit. So how about 3 kilograms that someone wants? How can one pay? How much money can one pay for 3 kilograms? So here you now say, okay, 3,000 shilling, you can multiply it by 3, by the quantity. So this is basically what we looked at last time. And I hope from what you have told me now, meaning you can easily get this. Okay, you multiply by 3 like that. So we can say 3 times 0. Any number that we are multiplying by 0, it gives us 0. So 3 times 0, we get 0. Also 3 times 0, we get 0. 3 times 0, we get 0. Now here we are having 3 times 3, which becomes, yes, Elvis. 3 times 3 we get. Elvis, can you unmute and tell us?
3 times 3 equals 9.
Very good. 3 times 3 equals 9. So here we get 9,000. Very good. Elvis, you can unmute. I mean, you can mute now. If I pick you again, you will talk. Very good. Thank you for listening, Elvis. Good boy. Okay. So this is the money that one can spend on 3 kilograms of sugar. So this is basically what we learned last time. This is basically what we learned last time. And my learners, what I want to tell you is that this money that we are talking about, it is basically used on our day-to-day life, on our day-to-day living. If today you don't buy, tomorrow you will find that you are going to buy. Even someone from your home, at least is going to buy something. So it is very important for us to understand this simple rate, because this is what you can do. I know some of you are sent to go and buy certain things in the shop. So when you go to buy, they will tell you to go and buy maybe 1 kilogram of rice. You should be able to know how much is 1 kilogram of rice. How about if they tell you to go and buy 2 kilograms of rice? So you should be able to be quick at multiplying because you have learned it in class. The shopkeeper said, 1 kilogram of rice is 3,500. So I need 2 kilograms. Then you multiply very fast, or you can add. So that is what we learned last time. Thank you very much, learners, for that wonderful review. I now here take this opportunity for us to now go to what we are going to learn today. What are we going to look at today? So today we are not going to look at something very hard, because we want to be used to this money. We want to see how can we deal with this money. So this is what we are going to look at right now. Good. Yes, I'm going to pick someone to tell us what are we going to look at right now. Stephen Juku. Juku, Stephen, can you read for us what we are going to learn? You can unmute and read, Stephen.
Finding the unit price.
Finding the unit price. Very good. Now let's try to understand when we talk about unit price. What do we mean when we try to talk about unit price? What do we mean? Do I have somebody who wants to explain just unit price in your own term? What do you mean when we talk about unit price? Let me go somewhere down there and pick. Okay, Princess and Abel, how can you explain unit price? Princess, Precious and Abel, can you unmute? Good. You are not trying to tell us. I think you are where people are making some noise on your background, please. I also request those who are staying home to try to give these children time to learn, because once we are in their background, they are going to keep on making noise. If you cannot rename yourself, then it is very hard to pick you, because if your name is K11, how do I call you now? K11. Elijah Amos. Amos, can you tell us what it means by unit price? Elijah Amos, you can unmute. Amos. Okay. Amos, can you unmute and tell us? Okay. So let me now pick. Yes, Amos. Yes, you are coming. Amos. Okay.
It means the unit of the price you bought.
Okay, it means the unit of the price you bought. Okay, that is good. That is also good. Let us also try to get from other people, what do we understand when we talk about unit price, because it is what we are going to keep working on. Let me pick Golden Kakama. Golden Kakama, can you unmute and tell us what it means by unit price? Yes, Golden, unmute and tell us.
Unit price is the price of something.
Okay, it's the price of something. Let me see. Gloria in the chat is saying a unit price is price per item. Okay, that is good. I can't see the screen. This is Victor. Victor cannot see the screen. Teacher, I'm not viewing. Oh, these are the children who are not seeing the screen. Okay, members, can I ask someone here to help me whether they are all seeing? Okay, Salom, are you seeing the screen? We can see, eh?
Yes.
Okay, so, okay, I think sometime maybe. Salom, are you seeing?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much. Now, someone explained to us in our chat here that is it Gloria? Yes, Gloria says that when we talk of unit price, it is price per item. Now, price per quantity. Now, if I want to go and buy, what they are meaning by unit price is this. Okay, what they are meaning by unit price is this. They can tell you that 2 kilograms, they can tell you that 2 kilograms of rice, 2 kilograms of rice, 2 kilograms of rice is equals to, basically they can say maybe 2 kilograms of rice costs 6,000 shilling. 2 kilograms of rice costs 6,000 shilling. Okay, Tristan is playing. Tristan is playing. Should not play in the class. Yes. Now, this one is not the unit price. 6,000 is not the unit price, because 6,000 is the price for all the 2 kilograms. So when they want the price, the unit price that they are talking about, it means you should get the price of 1 kilogram. You must know the price of 1 kilogram. This is what it means now by unit price, the price per kilogram. In this case, unit price for this one means the price per what? The price per kilogram. So this is what they are talking about, price per kilogram. If I use the kilogram, price per kilogram. If I use the, let's say, tins, then price per tins. If I use cups, then price per cup, price per cup, price for 1 cup, price for 1 kilogram. That is what it means by unit price. And that is what we are going to be, looking at right now. Okay. Oh, some people are getting challenged in rotating their gadget. If you can see it as the way it is, you may leave it instead of saying you want a larger screen so that it doesn't disorganize you during the lesson. Okay, so let's continue. So having known the price now, having known the unit price, I want us to note something. Having known the unit price, so I want us to note something. Okay, so let's continue. Let us continue. Now, let's note something here. When now we are going to find, because our heading is finding the unit price. So when we are going to find the unit price, this is what we are going to do. Okay, sorry about that. Now, I was saying that if we are going to look for the price of 1 kilogram of something, price of 1 per item, that like someone has said, we are going to be dividing the total price by the quantity. So when finding the unit price, this is what I'm saying. When finding the unit price, divide the total price. Total price can be total cost. The total cost of all those items that you have bought, divide it by the what? The quantity of what you have bought. If you have bought 5 kilograms, so, and that 5 kilogram altogether costed you 10,000. So you need to divide that 10,000 divide by 5. That will give you the unit what? That will give you the unit price. So that is what we are going to be doing in this. Okay. So, okay, so I think someone is saying, teacher, I can't hear you. Are the muted, just to sort out something little. So let's continue. Let us continue. I hope, learners, you have got me here clearly, or I can ask Abigail. Abigail, can you read the note that we have put? Abigail. Okay, if you are called Abigail, I have picked your name. Can you unmute and read?
When finding the cost, divide the total price by the quantity given.
Again, read again.
When finding the unit cost, divide the total price by the unit, by the quantity.
By the quantity given. Okay. Okay, Okay, thank you for that. Now let's continue. So having known that we are going, this is basically division now, meaning that the money that we are going to get, it will be now division. So we are going to be dividing. So let us see if we have here example and see how we are going to be dividing. Here we are having example. Okay, here we are having example. Okay. Now, this is our example. Let me pick one person to read for us. Let me pick one person to read for us. Okay. Okay. Samuel, yes, Samuel, can you read for us? You can unmute and read. Samuel John Joe. Samuel John Joe, read for us the question.
Example 1. John bought 5 exercise books at 2,500 shillings. What was the cost of each book?
Very good, John Joe. Very good for reading that question louder. Now, here they are saying that John bought 5 exercise books at 2,500 shilling. Oh, somebody is saying my network. Are people able to hear me? Okay, let me pick one child here to see whether he's hearing me. Yes, is it Immaculate? Can you unmute and tell me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
John bought 5 exercise books at
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, somebody was also reading. That is good. So John bought 5 exercise books at 2,500 shilling. What was the cost of each book? Now, this is what they are calling it the unit price. Remember, 2,500 is not the price of one book. If you can read that question, that 2,500 is for all the 5 books, meaning you bought all the 5 books at 2,500 shilling. So how do we now get the unit cost? Because the unit cost is the cost of one book. That is what we are going to look at right now, the cost of one book. So let me do this. Then in other examples, we are going to be interacting together. Allow me to do this, my learners. Then in other examples, I will be asking you. Some people have already got the answer. Some people are telling me we divide. So that is basically what the point is telling us. So therefore, when we are going to find the cost of this unit, the cost of this one book, we are going to divide 2,500 shilling by 5. So 5 here is the quantity given. That is what they are saying here. 5 is the quantity given. Then the total price is the 2,500. Total price. Here we are talking of total price. So our total price is this one that I have underlined red. That is our total price. Then our quantity is this one that I have underlined also red. So we are going to divide this 2,500 by what? By 5. But we must have a good working as learners. We must have a very good working. We must show the working. In mathematics, there is what they call method or bonus. You need to show it. Don't just make a shortcut in math. So what we can do, what I can advise you to do, you can say, okay, 5 books, in other words, 5 exercise book, if you may want to say, can say 5 books, 5 books, okay, we can say 5 books, okay, 5 books is equals to, or 5 books, we can use the word cost because it's there. 5 book cost, 5 book cost 2,500 shilling. 5 book cost 2,500 shilling. 2,500 shilling. How about one book? Because that's what they want. How about one book? This is what they want. The unit cost is what they want. How about one book? So you will now say, oh, one book will cost, or you can say one book costs. Now you want the cost of one book, and it is what they are asking. So you will say, okay, one book costs, then you divide shilling 2,500. You divide 2,500. You divide 2,500 by 5. Are you seeing? So this is the division now. We are dividing now the total cost, as we have said, the total price by 5. So you can divide. Now, when we are dividing, we shall begin dividing from the highest place value, because on top, on the numerator, we have ones, tens, hundreds, these ones. We have ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we shall begin from thousands. But since 2 is smaller than 5, you can combine it. Let me change the color of my pen. Okay. You can combine this to be 25. Like that. You can have 25 divided by 5. Let me see some answers. What is 25 divided by 5? What is 25 divided by 5? Yes. What is 25 divided by 5? Oh, Comfort has said 5. Elvis said 5. Agava said 5. Okay. Salom said 5. Catherine said 5. That's good. That is good. Okay, members, that is good. So you can use, you see, now when you reach this step of division, use anything. Use your rough workbook to divide 25 by 5. We are dividing this 25, the one I've crossed in black, by 5. So you can even draw balls. You can even draw balls. You can say, oh, let me draw my 5 balls here. 1, 2. This is a P1 work now. We have gone there. But some of you have already got the answer. But this is too early for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So give these ones 25 items. So you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 25, okay? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So you can see that each person that I have drawn here is getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why most of you are saying it is 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. And then now this is zeros. This is zeros. You also divide it by 5. I have nothing. I want to give 5 people. I give them nothing. So you cross it and put it up there. Also this one, you cross it and put it up there. That means 0 divided by 5 is 0. 0 divided by 5 is 0. So here you cancel. 5 divided by 5, you get 1. So then you here now you conclude by saying, therefore, I hope I'm writing my therefore well. Therefore, one book, you conclude by saying, therefore, one book, or you see how I'm writing book. One book costs, I'm now concluding my answer. One book costs shilling, one book costs shilling 500. So the point that I want you to note in this thing that I have done, 1, make sure you divide properly. 2, make sure you write the unit. Where should I underline? This is the unit I'm talking about. This one, shilling. SH. That is our unit for shilling, Uganda shilling. We have SH. Now, when we're dealing with foreign currency, now we can say UGSH. But here we are just talking about our Uganda money, So just say SH. So this is how you can conclude, learners. So let me ask some few if they have understood. Let me ask some few if they have understood that example number 1. Arthur, have you understood that example number 1? Unmute and tell us. Arthur?
Yes, I have.
Very good. Let me again ask another person to see. Tina, have you understood? Tina, you unmute. Tina, have you understood? Hilary? Sorry, Hilary, unmute.
Yes, I've understood.
Very good. So we are good to go to number. So this is now unit price. The unit price of a book. Now we have known that I spent my 2,500. Yet, one book they were selling it at 500. So that is the unit price. Thank you. Let me now wrap that. That is what we have done in number 1. We are also going to number 2. We are also going to number 2. In number 2, I may ask you in the next things for you to do it, in the next number, for you to do it. But here, once we have understood, that is what I want. Because our aim here is for learners to understand. And secondly, you should be able to apply what you are learning here at home. You should be able to apply it at home. You should be able to now buy and sell at home. So that is our working. Okay. I've already explained that. We can go to number 2. So this is our number 2, which I'm going to ask someone to explain, to read. Who is this one who is going to read? Oh, I have so many hands up. Who is this one who is going to read? Okay. Who is this one who is going to read? Yes, Chloe. Chloe, you said in the chat that you want to read. So Chloe, you unmute and read. Chloe?
If 4 liters of milk cost 4,800 shillings, what is the cost of 1 liter of milk?
Very good, Chloe. Thank you so much. Let me again ask another. Yes, let me ask again another person to read what you have read. Yes, Hilary, can you read, Hilary?
If 4 liters of milk cost shillings 4,800, what is the cost of 1 liter of milk?
Now, my learners, I want you to understand this. There is something I want you to understand. My learners, there is something I want you to understand. When we are reading money in words, because once you are reading for me that 4,800, you are saying it in words. So when you are reading it in words, let shilling comes last. First begin by reading this. My learners, first begin by reading this one in word. What I have underlined the 2 times blue in blue. Read it. So listen to how you are going to read. Because if I ask you to write in words, shilling, you will write it at last. So you are going to say, if 4 liters of milk cost 4,800 shillings. My learners, are we together? If 4 liters of milk cost 4,800 shillings, what is the cost of 1 liter of milk? That is how we are supposed to read it. Now, I want somebody again to repeat what I have said, to repeat reading that now correctly. Okay. Okay, Daniela, can you unmute and read? Mirembe, Daniela.
If 1 liter of milk costs
If 4 liters of milk cost shillings 4,800,
1 liter cost 1
what is
shilling.
the cost
If
of
4
1 liter?
Okay, thank you. But I had picked Mirembe, Daniela to read. All of you were reading. I know you are very interested in learning. That is very good. That's a sign of a child who wants to learn, a child who is eager to learn. Only that now we cannot make all of you to read. If I ask you to read all at once, the way you will even run away from your phone. You will run away from your phone. So let me again pick Ankunda Ruth. Is it Ruth, Ankunda? Ankunda, you unmute and read. I picked you from the chat. Unmute and read.
If 4 liters of milk
As of
cost
milk cost
4,800,
4,800 shillings. What is the cost of 1 liter?
Very good. If 4 liters of milk
Cost 4,800 shillings.
Okay, that is fine. So let us now, let me explain. Then I know where I'm going to ask you to what to do. I know, just I have planned for you. Don't worry. My aim is for you to understand. I have planned for you. Where you are going to participate, I have planned it. So let me explain this, and I'm going to be a little bit fast so that I can give you some time to also do your part. Now, here they're saying as if 4 liters of milk cost 4,800 shillings. Now, when you go to where they're selling milk and you say you want 4 liters, then the person who is selling tells you, okay, 4 liters cost 4,800 shillings. You should be able to ask that person, how much is a liter? So that person will be able to divide for you 4,800 shillings by 4. Then that person will tell you the cost of 1 liter. So that is what they call the unit price. So whenever you go to the shop and they tell you the price at once, then you make sure you ask them, so how much are you selling 1 liter? You are telling me 4,800. How much are you selling 1 liter? Because you will be able to come and explain to your dad that I have paid 4,800, but they were selling for me 1 liter at this money. So your dad will be very happy and say, at least my child has learned online, has been learning online. So I can see, Eric, how did you disappear? Sorry, I was just busy here. And Uncle Eric, just allow me to work on something here, learners. Okay. Okay, Eric, sorry, I was just busy explaining. I didn't know, but that's fine. I think you are okay. Yes, Eric, I think you are okay. Yes, Eric. Okay, we can continue. Eric is going to unmute at the end and talk to us. So let us continue. I can see answers from Kasim has passed it correctly, or Pio has passed it correctly, Kasim and so on. Birunji is okay, has passed it also.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please, your excuse.
We can't see very well the screen.
You can't see very well the screen.
Yes.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Can I tell you the working?
Yes, you can tell me the working now. Let me give you that chance.
4 liters cost 4,800 shillings.
Yes.
1 liter cost 4,800 shillings. Divide by 4.
Okay, my girl first, Olon. My girl first, Olon. Just remind me. So very many of you were talking because I had allowed some of you. Some of you are very wise here. So now I cannot even trace who was telling me the answer. Otherwise, please, when one person is talking, let's talk one at a time. Because somebody was already saying, I can't hear well. Because everyone was talking. Lumu. Is it Lumu? Yes, Lumu, you can unmute and explain. Explain.
4 liters of milk costs 4,800 shillings.
Okay, we have written that. So
Now,
you can continue. Now get for us the cost of 1 liter is what they want.
The cost of 1 liter is now we divide 4,800 by 4.
And what do we get?
And we get 1,200 shillings.
Okay, so thank you so much. Yes, that is Lumu. You can mute yourself. You can mute yourself. You can. So learners, you listen to me now. This is what Lumu has explained, and it is correct that 4 liters cost 4,800 shillings. Then he told us that we can now divide 1 liter. To get 1 liter, we can divide 4,800 by 4. So let me try to divide it here, and people to see what Lumu has said he has got. So here we are going to say 4,800 divide by 4. Now, if I'm dividing, for me, I said we begin from this side, the first one on your left-hand side, the 4. We shall begin from 4. Then we continue going to the lowest place value. But you look here, don't combine 48. 4 is divisible by 4. 4 can be divided by 4. So you divide, members. 4 divided by 4, what do we get? Joel, can you unmute and tell me? Joel, 4 divided by 4, what do we get? Joel? Joel, you unmute. 4 divided by 4. Joel, unmute.
1. We get 1.
Very good. Okay, we get
1. We get 1. 1.
Okay, yes, we get 1 as you have said. So there is no remainder, because if I draw here 4 balls, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm giving them 4, I'm dividing 4 to them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is no remainder. So it goes 1. So here we continue dividing, because we did not carry, we did not regroup, we did not take anything to 8. So meaning also 8 divided by what? By 4. We are dividing 8 by 4. Okay, let me see who can give us 8 divided by 4. Yes, Elvis, 8 divided by 4, what do we get? Elvis, you can unmute and tell us 8 divided by 4, Elvis.
4. 8 by 4 is
8 divided by 4, Elvis, is 2. Very good. Yes, very good. So if I come here, yes, thank you. You can keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet.
2.
Okay, thank you very much. It is 2. So we can again divide, and then we get 2. So we are remaining here with a 0. You have nothing to give to 4 people. You just continue to give them 0. Here also, you just give them 0. So therefore, this answer is what we have got, is what my friend there has got. My friend Lumu has got. So here is 1,200. So that means 4,800. The unit cost gives us 1,200 shilling. Now, I want to clarify on something, learners. Shillings, I don't know where you are getting your symbols for shillings. When I go to your chart, somebody wrote for me the symbol for shilling like this. If your teachers are giving you that symbol of shilling, no, I don't think whether they are giving you. So if you have, the right answer is this, shilling, you begin with SH, then you write 1,200. This is the right unit for the Ugandan shilling that we have, this one. But if you write this one here, 1,000, the one I'm writing beside the working there, 1,200. This one, this symbol is not the symbol we use in mathematics. This symbol here, never use it, because if you use it, they will not give you any mark. So use SH 1,200, SH this one, SH this one. So when you see all the notes that I'm giving you, you will never see these symbols here. This one. Let me try to make it red in color. This one. You will never see this one. I'm trying to highlight here. Please never use that symbol. I have not given you. If you use it, the teacher will mark you wrong. So that is how we can get the working. So that is very good. So now my part is done. It is now your part. Though you have helped me, meaning I will also help you. My part is done, and Lumu has told us that. So we can go to your part now. Just your part is going to be, we're going to take something like 5 minutes only to do your part. Something like 5 minutes only to do your part. Okay, this is your trial number before we end. This is your trial number. So try this number. I will be able to ask you to give me the answers. Okay. Tristan, can you read number 1? Tristan?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, read number 1.
Angel bought 3 kgs of sugar at 10,000
Angel
shillings.
bought 3 kilos of
What is the price of each
About
kilogram
3 kilos of
sugar at shillings 15,000?
Hey, you mean, are you telling me that you don't know your name? I have picked only one person and all of you are talking. So meaning that you don't know your name. Okay. So Tristan, you read, you can unmute and read. Tristan?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, you read.
Angel bought 3 kgs of sugar at 15,000 shillings. What is the cost? What is the price of each kilogram?
Okay, Joanna.
Yeah.
Joanna, read number 2. Joanna, unmute and read number 2.
Angel bought 3 kilograms.
Read number 2.
Things of Irish potato for
Okay. Then I'm also going to ask another person to read for me. Okay. Can I pick Mimi? Mimi? Yes, Mimi. Mimi, can you read number 3?
Okay. Quarter kg of rice costs 2,000. Find the cost of 1 kg of rice.
Very good, Mimi. Okay, so learners, let me allow you to do those numbers very fast, and some of you can send for me the answers on the chat, and I see. I'll be mentioning. Okay, there is Eliana Chirabo has said 5,000, but I don't know which number. Eliana, I don't know which number you are saying. Okay, can you do the numbers? Do the numbers and give me the answers. I see some hands up already. Lumu, have you finished? Okay, I see some hands up. I see some hands up. Okay. Yes, Angulo. Angulo, have you finished number 1? What answer have you got? You can unmute and tell me, Angulo. Angulo, tell me the number you have passed. Yes. Good morning. Tell us which number have you worked out and what have you got? Louder, we are not hearing you.
I haven't yet finished working it out.
Okay, you haven't yet finished. Okay, you can work out. Okay. Ari, Ari, unmute and give us the number you have worked out. Ari? Ari, you unmute, yes. You haven't yet
finished.
Okay, Carl, thank
Yes.
you. Miguel, you can unmute. Miguel, unmute and tell us which number.
I haven't
Okay.
yet finished.
Okay. Yes, Ethan. Ethan, unmute and tell us which number have you finished. Ethan. Yes, Ethan. Yes. Ethan, can you unmute? You haven't yet finished.
Yes.
Okay. How about Salom
Number one.
Salom Miracle? Salom Miracle, which number have you finished?
Have you sent a text message? Chat. You indicate number 1 like this.
Okay. Number 1. Oh, people are sending. Okay, I have finished these ones. Yes, Victor, let me look for you. You will also give us. Okay. I can see Agaba has finished. Asasira has finished, number 1. Okay. That is good. Juko, yes, Juko, unmute and give us the answer that you have finished. Also, I'm reading some answers from here.
5,000.
Which number is that?
Number 1.
Very good. Number 1 is correct. Angulo Prosper also has finished number 1, 5,000.
Teacher.
Yes.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher.
You are excused?
I have finished.
Yes, you explain to us how you have finished number 1.
I have divided.
What have you divided?
15,000 divided by 3.
Okay, 15,000 divided by 3. What did you get?
11,000.
11. You got 11,000. You try to divide 15. You first draw 3 balls and you give them 15. First draw 3. You have drawn and you have got 11.
Teacher.
Yes, please.
You cannot.
Yes, I cannot hear you.
You can also use a multiplication table.
Okay, now 3 times 11, will it give you 15?
No.
Try if we can use multiplication.
No. That's 5,000.
5,000. 5,000 times 3 gives you 15. It is now correct. Thank you. You can unmute. Let me again pick another person. Okay, Comfort, have you finished? Comfort, you can unmute.
I think you have unmuted already.
Yes, Arthur. Arthur, you unmute and tell us.
It is 5,000.
Which number?
1.
Number 1, correct. No one has finished number 3. I'm waiting. I'm going to only explain number 3. And we stop there. Letisa, can you explain to us number 3? Letisa, unmute and tell us number 3. Letisa. Letisa, unmute.
And why is it that?
Yes, teacher.
Let us see.
Okay, explain number 3.
B, even with F.
A quarter.
Yeah, you go ahead.
A quarter kg of rice costs 2,000 shillings. Find the cost of 1 kg of rice.
Okay, have you worked out that number?
Not yet.
Okay. Now I want somebody who has worked out that number to give us. Oh, Doreen. Okay, Mirembe Daniela. Okay, Mirembe Daniela, can you unmute and tell her and explain to us number 3? Mirembe Daniela, unmute and explain number 3 and we end there.
Yeah, finish number 3.
Okay, explain.
A quarter of rice costs 2,000 shillings.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Find the cost of 1 kilogram of rice. The answer is
Finish number 1.
You can continue.
Start my video.
You can continue. Okay, so let me try to explain that number. I can see Galaxy has also passed the number. And then this one is saying teacher me. Okay. Arthur, number 1 and number 2. Let me see who is saying teacher me so that I can allow you to. Okay, teacher me. Okay, Calvin, I'm on you. Calvin, you unmute. Only Calvin unmute and explain number 3. Calvin. Yes, you explain number 3.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Yes, get one now.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Kilogram of rice costs.
Okay, my learners, that is what you want because you don't want to participate. Let me explain number 3 and we end there. Time has gone for us. Thank you for learning. So in number 3, they are saying that a quarter or 1 out of 4 kilograms of rice cost 2,000. So remember, this is the quantity that they have given. It is a quarter kg, as somebody has said, or kilograms of rice. Of rice costs 2,000 shilling. I want you to please follow this one because this one has a fraction. This one has a fraction. So a quarter, I've written again a half. Sorry, let me write a quarter there. Yes. Okay, so here a quarter here. Now, what they need is the cost of 1 kilogram. Remember, to get the cost of 1 kilogram, we must divide. It is not only whole number that we divide. We can divide any. So here now we are going to say, okay, now 1 kilogram of rice, 1 kilogram of rice. Please follow this working properly. 1 kilogram of rice costs, you can add S because of only 1 singular cost, 2,000. Look at this properly. Cost 2,000 divided by, because we are supposed to divide by the quantity given. The quantity given for this case is a quarter. So I'm using this division sign because it is a fraction here. So divide by 1 out of 4, not forgetting to write here shilling. So if I write beside here, let me try to change the color. If I write beside here that 2,000, I'm dividing 2,000 divide by a quarter. Once you get a fraction, use this division. Therefore, we have learned under fraction, under decimal fraction when we started our second term. We learned dividing a whole number by a fraction, dividing whole number by a fraction. You change this division sign. The division sign must be changed to multiplication. And here we are going to say 2,000 So division will change to multiplication, then it becomes times. What happens to this fraction? The fraction changes to the reciprocal, which we learned it in primary 5 if I talk about reciprocal. The denominator goes up and the numerator comes down if you change the sign. So therefore, you are now multiplying again. Instead of dividing, you are multiplying 2,000 times 4. So this 2,000 times 4, because 4 out of 1 is the same as 4. So here you have 2,000 times 4. So now this is the price for 1 kilogram. So 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. Then 4 times 2 is 8. That's why most of you on the chat, you were writing for me that 1 kilogram cost, 1 kilogram cost, 1 kilogram of rice cost, sorry, I didn't write that. 1 kilogram of rice cost shilling 8,000. So this is how you deal with the fraction. If the quantity given is in fraction, this is how you deal with it. So learners, this is where we are going to end. Thank you for being attentive. I just want to hear you for 1 minute, okay? And say we are going to end here, but don't go off because teacher Eric is going to.
Bye, teacher.
Now listen, teacher Eric is going to show you something. Teacher Eric is going to show you something for just 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Let's pay attention to him. Then secondly, we are going to find this work. We're going to find it in our Google Classroom. I've already put it there. So after this lesson, go to Google Classroom, pick the work, copy it in your book. Even those numbers you can try in your book. Thank you. So teacher Eric, you are welcome.
Okay, thank you, Tony, for the wonderful lesson. Good morning, our dear learners.
Good morning. Morning. Morning, teacher.
Morning, teacher.
Okay, good morning. I'm called Teacher Eric. Those who are seeing me for the first time or who are hearing me for the first time, I'm called Teacher Eric. I'm in charge of your admission, and I'm the administrator of this Zoom meeting, and also a co-teacher to Teacher Tony. So majority of you are still having difficulty. You're still finding difficulty in submitting your assignments on Zoom, or I mean on Google Classroom. So that's what I want us to briefly go through. Most of you are already on the classroom. That is good. But some of you have not yet, some of you have not yet mastered how to submit the assignment. So I'm just going to paste a code for P4 for those who may still, P5, for those who may still be getting, who may have not joined by now. You can join on that code I'm going to paste in your group in this chat. And then those who have joined, if you've joined and you can hand in your assignment properly, or you've understood how to submit your homework after doing, then feel free to go. You can feel free to leave the Zoom, but this is for only people who are still having challenges submitting the work that is sent on the Google Classrooms. So I'm going to briefly show you how to do that. paste your classroom link. That's shortly. I want to send it here in the group chat. So those who are chatting, you can stop chatting for now, such that I'm able to, such that people who are not chatting are able to see these codes. Yes, the rest, I said you stop chatting. People are still chatting. Angel and Daniela. Kwesiji. Can you stop chatting? Lisa, you'll say bye to your friends after. I don't want to disable the chat now. Okay. So that those who are saying bye in the chat, first wait. So I've sent that link on your. I've sent the link on your chat. So I'm going to share my screen, and I told you to join your class. You simply need to tap on the link, that link that I've sent in your group. You simply need to tap on that link, and you'll be able to join the class. Now, to be able to access the class, of course, you need to have a Gmail account. For those who don't have Gmail accounts as yet, let me log in as a child and see. I'll log in as a child, so let me log in. Let me sign into my account. Yeah. So there I am. So by default, those who are using computers, those who are using laptops, tablets, these dots, you can go scroll to Classroom. Is one of the applications of Google that is right here. And then when you open the class, if you can either do that and you'll be able to open the class, or you can simply click on this link for P5, and it will equally take you to your classroom straight away. You don't need the code if you're using the link. So in P5 class, this is your class. I know all of you can now see the materials. When you reach your class, there are tabs. We call them tabs in ICT. These ones here, which have put a red lining. So those are tabs which you can use to navigate or to go through. So there are 3 tabs. There is stream, there is classwork, and there is people. Stream, you'll always see the adverts, the chats from your friends, the different posts that the teacher might have posted. And then under classwork, that's where you will see all the assignments, all the course notes, all the class notes. You can see the teacher posted the assignments, English, math, SST, science. These are all notes. For example, if you go to your math class, this is math. If I click on notes, I'll be able to see the material. There's material for math 30th, which is for today. So if you click on this, you'll be able to view the work, which you've just covered today in today's lesson. Then in your free time, you can copy. So that work has already been sent there. But now, I know all of you, most of you can now access that at this moment. Then we have, so that is under classwork. We have people, under people, you'll be able to see your teachers, which teachers are in your class. For example, these are the teachers currently in your class. And then you're able to see your classmates. Currently, we have an enrollment of 173 students. And this is a very good number. That means majority of you have been able to join the classroom. So if all of you can join and you can all see the classwork, so where is the challenge? The challenge is the assignment. So when you enter your classwork, when you go to classwork, you'll be able to you'll be able to differentiate between notes. Notes are written on lesson notes. What assignment or homework or exercise. So for example, if I come to SST, there's an assignment here. How do I submit? I simply open this on assignment, and then you view. There's this tab called view assignment. So when you tap on view assignment, it will straight away open your assignment page. And this is the one where this is the page where you do everything. So on this page, I told you there is this tab here, this small box here, which has your work. And then it has the word assigned. And then it has the word add or create. This is the one that you're going to use for submitting. On your left is the work or the assignment that the teacher has given. And on your right, this is where you're going to submit from. Even in your phone, when you open an assignment, you'll see there, add or create. So when you reach there, what you're going to do, you will open this work. You click here, and you open the assignment. So when it is open, you can copy the questions. For example, this is an assignment, so I have two tabs. I have two tabs. This one is this is where my work is, but I have this tab where I opened the assignment initially. It is also still there. So what you do, you copy the assignment. Majority of you are you're copying the assignment, then later you take a picture and submit. So you copy down these questions as you answer them in your book, these ones. So you copy, you answer, and then after, you come back here. After answering these questions here in your book, after answering this in your book, you take a picture. Or if it is a computer, still you can take a picture in your camera, and then you come back to this assignment page. Then when you reach this assignment page, you click add or create. When you click add or create, it will bring you this drop-down list. You choose file. So under file, when you click on file, it will bring for you this other window. So you click on browse. When you browse, it will be able to open for you your computer. So you look for where you put the work. If this is the work, for example, if this was my work called Jane, or if I saved it as Jane, I would simply go and click on Jane, and then I click open. So when I click open, this work will load. So after loading, I can add as many pages as I can. So I can, if the work was 3 pages, I come back to add, I click on file, and then I add another, I browse and add another page. So you click on another page, and then you open. So you can add as many pages as you can. After adding all the pages, you click on turn in. This is the button that you use to submit your homework. This black button with turn in. So you simply click on turn in. Most of you are turning in work that is the questions which they gave you to do. You instead submitted the same questions. This is the work that you submit. So when I click turn in, it will ask me 2 attachments will be submitted for assignment. I confirm and click again, turn in, and it will be submitted. So after you have submitted, the teacher will receive a copy. In case I made an error, maybe I touched the wrong button, still on this, there is this button which turn in button changes to submit. So I can reverse that by clicking and submit. If I click this, it will bring back the work. And submit, add or attachment, don't forget to resubmit once you're done. So if I want to remove the work which I submitted, I click unsubmitted and it comes back. Then if I want to submit, I click turn in again and it will go. So that is how you are going to submit your work. I hope that will help majority of you who are having those problems. I'll take like 2 or 3 questions for those. I see people's hands up. So I'll take 2 to 3 questions. Then we end there for today. So, Daniel, what's your question? Daniel? Mabel? Mabel, do you have a question?
Teacher, start my video.
Yes?